human situation is bringing us to a waste world instead of wonder world, a situation that found its finest expression in Endgame by Samuel Beckett. The intimacy expressed in the Omaha celebration of a new life born into the Earth community, and in the Seneca Thanksgiving ritual, in the Chinese feeling of presence to the universe, these experiences that formerly were so strangely distant and unreal now begin to fascinate us with the promise of healing our estranged situation. This estrangement, however, must be overcome within our own sense of a time developmental as well as in a seasonal renewing universe. We have a new story of the universe. Our own presence to the universe depends on our human identity with the entire cosmic process. In its human expression, the universe and the entire range of earthly and heavenly phenomena celebrate themselves and the ultimate mystery of their existence in a special mode of exaltation. It has taken the entire course of some 14 billion years for the universe, the earth, and all its living creatures to attain this mode of presence to itself through our empirical modes of knowing. Such is the culmination of the scientific effort. This endeavor, over the past 3 centuries, might be considered among the most sustained meditations on the universe carried out by any cultural tradition. Truly, the yoga of the West. If our science has gone through its difficulties, it has cured itself with its own resources. Science has given us a new revelatory experience. It is now giving us a new intimacy with the earth. In accord with the groping processes of nature itself, science has proceeded by an intense inquiry into the deep recesses of the universe by a special quality of empirical observation, analysis, and interpretation. This has brought us into the far depths of the heavens and into the inner spaces of the atom. Through this knowledge, the very structure and functioning of life itself have been so affected that we can do very little anymore without this type of scientific understanding. One of the finest moments in our new sensitivity to the natural world is our discovery of the earth as a living organism. This was clear in ancient times as an instinctive insight into the nature and functioning of the earth. But such insight expressed in mythic terms is no longer sufficient for an age of scientific inquiry. Quite naturally, our scientific observation reveals first the physical aspects of the planet and its living forms. The genius of our sustained inquiry into the inner functioning of the planet finally brought us beyond a microphase perception into the larger macrophase awareness that the entire planet is a single organic reality that needs to be addressed in its spirit and person qualities as well as in its physical aspects. Here the ancient mythic insight and our modern scientific perceptions discover their mutual confirmation. Personal designation of the earth as Gaia is no longer unacceptable in serious discussion. In considering the larger patterns in the earth functioning, we are now able to identify its 5 major components: the geosphere, the hydrosphere, the atmosphere, the biosphere, and the noosphere. These are present to each other in a comprehensive manner and are enfolded in the light and radiance of the sun. In this context, we have a new mode of understanding our own intimacy with the earth, and also of our total dependence on these other modes of earth expression.
So that's interesting. It's a YouTube video. It's The Dream of the Earth by Thomas Berry.